welcome to my Christmas update haul, whatever you want to call it, video. I'll just show you some of the things I got for Christmas that will be of interest to you, my dear subscribers. I hope you all had a good Christmas. Christmas Boxing Day. It is now currently Boxing Day while I'm filming this. There was no way I was going to actually film this on Christmas Day. It was actually good to get away from the internet and not go on Facebook all day. And I think what I'm going to do moving forward to 2014 is a little less of the social media, and just, not that I do a lot of it anyway, but I do a lot of kind of just hanging around on Facebook, and it really just drains so much time that, you know, it could be used doing better things. So I'm going to try and cut back on just Facebook browsing, I think, in 2014. But that's beside the point. You're here to see what I got for Christmas. I got a lot of stuff, not a lot of kind of, well, I did get quite a lot of really cool things, Blu-ray related and film related, but I'll just show you them, and at the end of this video I'll also show you kind of a quick overview of all the stuff I got, the clothes and the bits and pieces. That'll just be a normal shot without me talking about it at the end if you want to see everything I got for Christmas. But here's the main stuff that you're going to be interested in, I think. So what I'm going to do first is show you the book I got. Just move these steel books which are going to fall over. Okay, the first thing I got is something that I've wanted for 3 years. I think it's been out since 2010. And every time I saw it in the shop, in HMV particularly, it was always scuffed. The dust jacket was always ripped, and I just didn't want to buy it in that condition. It was also very expensive, and it retailed at £45. And it's kind of in the middle of that, really. There's two other books in the series which are only £20 because they've been re-released or released recently. This one is out of print, but it's still available for, you know, a bit more than the other two are. And I'm boring myself talking about that. It is The Making of The Empire Strikes Back. It's a book all about the making of my favourite film of all time, so obviously I was so excited to get this, and just the wealth of information in this book is absolutely unreal. You get so many behind the scenes pictures. Where to even begin? I think there's about 350 pages. It's this huge book, as you can see, and you get, open it on any page and you just get blown away, really. I'll try and be careful because I want to keep it in good condition and not scuff the jacket, but this is just like a massive two-spread concept art there. You get concept art, you get, you know, their designs for the posters before they'd even release the posters, you know, the concept designs for the posters. You get these huge behind the scenes pictures, and like this, there's just so many pictures of all the cast joking around. There's Mark Hamill in a bin, you know, Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford, and, you know, just the director on a on a tauntaun. I'll try and, I don't know if you'll be able to see because I can't see. But yeah, there's just funny pictures, interesting pictures. There's bits of scripts, notes from producers, special effects diagrams, you know, I don't know, everything you could possibly imagine. You know, you got the famous scene of you know, the end of the movie, the log sheet for, you know, that day and everything. This is just, as a fan of Star Wars, it's just absolutely, it's invaluable and it's amazing. Carrie Fisher has a quote on the back actually saying, "These books are the acid flashback they've been promising us without the mess and fuss of dropping acid." Again, a trip worth taking. I cannot wait to get the other two books, but if I had to pick one, it would be this one because it's my favourite. It's the best and awesome. It's also got a foreword by Ridley Scott. Cannot wait to kind of dive into that and read it all and kind of digest it all because there's so much. Okay, so now onto the Blu-rays. The first one is a steelbook that's now out of print, and it is The World's End. One of my favourite movies from this year. I will be doing more than just a top 20 this year. I'm going to be doing a top 20 films of 2013. I will also be doing either a top 30 or a top 50 as well. And what I'll do is I'll release the top 20, and then the week after I'll release my extended cut with all the other movies I'll be talking about. Because there's so many films I love this year, particularly films that not a lot of people have heard about. So this is definitely going to be on that list anyway. And I love the steelbook. You don't really see many glossy steelbooks these days. This is a really nice glossy steelbook. It's got a great poster that was one of the kind of teaser posters for the film. Good Food, Fine Ales, Total Annihilation, The World's End. On the back you got another kind of poster image of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost looking through a hole in the kind of pub sign. And you got some great inside artwork as well of the main cast. So brilliant steelbook, and the movie itself, just the special features on this Blu-ray are incredible. I've watched a few of them so far, and brilliant movie, brilliant extras, as I always knew it would be. There would be. The next one, hey, got my cats hissing at each other. The next one is again typically what most steelbooks are these days, a matte finish. Hey, what are you doing? They're in the other room. There's nothing to hiss at. Come on, shoo. It is Oblivion, another great film from this year. Wouldn't be in my top 10. It might not even make it into the top 20, but it would definitely be, you know, up there. I really enjoyed this when I first saw it. Good thing about this steelbook is when you open it up, the image continues, and it's really nice. And you got a great image on the inside as well, which I really like. This is a movie that I've talked about before, so you can go check out my thoughts on it. But great steelbook. Really happy to have it. I'm glad it's still around because it's been out for ages, but hasn't gone out of print or anything like that, so that was cool. It's not one of these pesky Xavier exclusives that you have to jump on quick or you never see them again. This one I was most excited about for, and yeah, it is The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey Extended Edition. 3D. It's the 3D version. It's got this really nice, I mean you've all seen it before I'm sure, but it's got this nice hard kind of slip box with like embossed gold title of the film. You know, got extended edition there. In fact, I've got the original DVD extended edition box set down here, which I'll always keep because of all the artwork and everything. Here we go, the Lord of the Rings extended edition set, and it kind of follows basically that same kind of design. Not exactly, but it's very close and, you know, very similar. It's got, you know, nice artwork on the back as well. I found that the DVD version of this, the extended edition, was kind of pretty much in line with these a bit more, which I thought maybe it's a tough thing to do, but I'm happy with the middle ground that they kind of went for design-wise, and it does look good when you put it next to the Blu-rays of the extended edition, so that's cool. So you've got a nice lenticular cover there with a nice, it's like a window box effect, and then you take out the case and it's got the same cover on the inside, and we have a jumbo Amaray case that's black. Now this is good for people in the US because the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings set, when you bought all three of them, came with black jumbo Amarays. In the UK we got blue jumbo Amaray, so it doesn't quite match up, but it's still cool. It sets it apart from the rest, and you get 5 Blu-ray discs inside along with a digital copy of the film. This is what I thought was so good, was that I think this was only like £17, and you could pre-order it before it came out for £15, and you get 5 Blu-rays with this. You get the extended cut of the movie, which is only about 8 minutes longer, on one Blu-ray disc, the 2D version. You get the 3D version over 2 discs, and then you get 2 Blu-ray discs of high-definition documentaries, and it's around 8 hours, I think, or 9 hours of documentary. So for me, as a huge fan of those supplemental features that were on the Lord of the Rings set, and even the first release of The Hobbit, you know, all the production diaries, even though they were already available on YouTube, it's great to own them on Blu-ray. These are going to be all new documentaries I can't wait to kind of delve into. And I said to a friend of mine yesterday, I've probably watched the Lord of the Rings extended edition documentaries more than I've watched the films themselves. I'm so fascinated by them, and so I'm really happy to get this, and also listen to the audio commentary by Peter Jackson. They didn't go balls to the wall like they did with Lord of the Rings and have 4 feature-length audio commentaries. It's just the one for this release, which is okay with me, but it would be nice to have a kind of all dwarves audio commentary, although that would be quite hectic with the amount of dwarves that are in the film. And finally we have a Eureka Masters of Cinema release, and I really want to get more of these because they're readily available, they're fairly cheap now, and they're basically UK's answer to the Criterion Collection, and they put out a lot of great films. And this is the late Mizoguchi box set. Ozu Mizoguchi is a Japanese film director who is kind of legendary, really, and I hadn't really heard much of him until this year. Of course, I'm a big fan of Akira Kurosawa. Most people who watch my channel regularly will know that, but I've not really seen any of Mizoguchi's films, so this is going to be great. There's 8 films in here from the latter part of his career, and I'm not going to try and pronounce them, but you got like Oyu Sama, Yugetsu Monogatari, Gion Bayashi, Sancho Deyu, which is I think the English title is Sancho the Bailiff, which I've heard great things about, particularly from Ryan Chataway and Filmo99, and those their kind of seals of recommendation on that were enough for me to go out and want to own that film. But because it came with this set, I asked for this for Christmas, because you just get so much more bang for the buck with this one, because there's so many films in it, price wise. So Sancho Deyu, Uwasa no Onna, Chikamatsu Monogatari, Yokihi, and Akeisen Chitai, and I've probably murdered the Japanese language there, and I'm sure Connie could probably pronounce them a lot better than me. So you get 4 Amore cases, and inside each is a single disc with both movies. Well, with 2 movies. They're not linked or anything, as far as I know. They're just, you know, the films that he made around the late 50s. So here's one, for example. So you get like the one film, and then it's also like plus an extra film. And you open it up, and you've got the Blu-ray, the chapter listings for both films, and there's also inside artwork, which is really cool and a nice added touch. Now, when you buy these individually, there's a nice thick booklet in here with essays and, you know, articles and stuff like that from film critics and Japanese cinema historians, stuff like that. So what they've done is they've compiled all 4 of those booklets in these 4 separate releases into a much thicker volume that comes with this box set. And I believe it is a 344-page book. And this is like a novel. It is really heavy. You know, you got Mizoguchi there on the front adjusting some foliage before a film, and there's just there's just so much in this book. It is absolutely ridiculous. So I don't know whether I'll ever delve into this fully, but you know, if I watch all these films and fall in love with them, I'm sure that I will read it all at some point. But I think it's a fantastic feature and makes this set feel really special. I love the cover. You got like these original Japanese posters for each of the films. And just looking on the back, you see how much information is there, and there's special features, you know, like it's the usual guy, Tony Raines, who appears on all these releases. He's just a real buff on Japanese cinema. There's an audio commentary by him on one of the films, original trailers, and it's the first time that 4 of these films have appeared on Blu-ray anywhere in the world, and they've all been given high definition 1080p transfers and all that good stuff. So yeah. Between 1951 and 1956 these films were released. They're all in black and white, and colour, so it's a mix. Yeah, and also this is a limited edition set. There's only 2,000 that have been made, and mine is number 1016 of 2,000. I believe that they're losing, Eureka are losing the rights to these films. That's why they're getting this set out before they do. I've read that somewhere. I'm not sure if there's any legitimacy to that, but there you go. I'm really happy to get this, and I can't wait to watch the films that are included. So there you go, that's what I got for Christmas 2013. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, at the end of this I'll leave a clip of all the stuff I got, just the clothes and stuff. Like right now I'm wearing, I don't know if I'll even be able to get this in shot, Batman pyjama pants, which are awesome, not only because they're Batman, but because they got like the 1960s Batman logo along with the 1989 Batman logo, so that's really, really awesome. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can show you. Oh yeah, there's this other little thing I got, which might be of interest to someone. I mean, it is a Blu-ray. I haven't seen anyone make a video about this. I think it's quite an obscure set. I think it's quite an obscure TV show. I've not really seen anyone talk about this show, and to me it's the best TV show I've ever seen. It's this little thing called Breaking Bad. And what it is, it's about this guy called Walter White, who, who we kidding? This is the much publicised, the much talked about Breaking Bad Blu-ray complete series, barrel deluxe super duper looper edition. Now this is, I don't think you can buy this anymore for normal price anyway. I know this going for crazy money on eBay and Amazon and things like that. But this was kind of the deluxe edition, and it's because it's in the plastic casing. It's reflecting the screen like a motherfucker right now, but it's amazing. I mean, I was so happy that I got it, and I had to kind of sort it all out with my mum. She and my grandparents got it for me, and they kind of chipped in together to get me this, so I was really happy, and I'll be doing a full video on this obviously and showing you everything about it because it's too much to talk about in this video right here. So suffice to say, I have the Blu-ray barrel of Breaking Bad and I couldn't be happy with that. But Christmas has just been great. You know, back from Norway, visiting Wales, and I guess it's because I haven't seen my family for 5 months that it kind of heightens everything, and it was just a real nice day. I had 2 dinners. I kind of had like a bit of each dinner at separate grandparents' houses. Saw all my family, you know, and in the one day on Christmas, and then also I went out in the night to see some of my friends, which was an interesting night to say the least. But it was really funny because it kind of just was totally not what I expected or what I wanted out of that night and seeing friends, but it kind of ended up being really funny at the same time, and I was really happy with it when I walked home that night. I was like, that was great, and I love the friends who I care about and the friends that care about me, so it was a brilliant Christmas, probably my favourite Christmas since I got the Super Nintendo, which I put on Facebook as well, and it's really not because of these awesome presents, even though they're great and I appreciate every single one of them, but just the company and the people who I care about. So I had a great Christmas, hope everyone else did. I was contemplating leaving this video because I've actually got like I've got like a HMV voucher, I've got a game voucher, an Amazon voucher, so there's going to be more kind of Christmas stuff I'll be getting. I'm going into town tomorrow actually with another old friend to probably buy a couple of Blu-rays or something if I can, see what happens there. So I'll do another update. And yeah, thank you for watching. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. There's like updates for my channel, but I'll leave that for a separate video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
He says he's really cool, but I think he's a tool. Even though I'm sure he's a quite nice guy, really. He's a quite nice guy, really.